folks, Near Mint Nerd here. I was just at my storage unit and I brought a couple of boxes home with me, so I thought it might be the perfect time to do a long box diving video. So what that means is I'm going to open up a random box, dig around, pull out a random comic, give it a read, and give it a review. Okay, so here we are. We've got, here are the boxes I brought. Here's a little HeroClix game in progress. We'll leave that where it is. Okay, so I brought these three boxes. I think I'll open up the bigger one. Seems to be the one of choice. So I'll just kind of fiddle around here. Maybe pull this bad boy right here. And we got, ooh, Fantastic Four 258. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little break here. Give this a read, and I'll be back with a random review of Fantastic Four 258. So the comic is Fantastic Four 258. This was a really fun issue. I just finished reading it, and I'm going to just talk about it a little bit right now. The story is called Interlude, and that's exactly what it is. The Fantastic Four does not even appear in this comic. This is all about Doctor Doom. It's kind of like a day in the life of Doctor Doom. And it's great. It kind of sets the table here a little bit with him kind of overlooking his Latvian town and kind of having breakfast and visiting his Doom bots. And it turns out he's got like a ward, like a young son that he's taken in named Kristoff. And we get like a little glimpse of the fact that, you know, he really loves this kid, but later on we see him being kind of mean to the kid because, of course, he's Doctor Doom and he can't help himself. So the thrust of this comic is that, I guess in a previous issue, Doctor Doom somehow got a hold of the Silver Surfer and stole a little bit of his cosmic power and was able to ride his surfboard and kind of got a taste for that power. And he really wants to get that a little taste for that power back. So he's created this machine, and a scientist has kind of rigged it up so that they can get just a little bit of that power and put it into a person. So the guy says, "Hey, Dr. Doom, it's ready. Go on in there." But Dr. Doom, he's not falling for that. He throws the scientist in instead. And of course, the power just destroys him, turns him to dust. And Dr. Doom says, "I guess the machine wasn't that ready after all." And then later on in the story, a couple of his minions go to a hospital and steal a heavily bandaged figure. And they bring him back to the Latvian castle. And it turns out that this guy is actually a fellow by the name of Tyros the Terrible, who is, as we find out, actually Terrax the Tamer, one of Galactus's heralds. And what happens is he's kind of lost his memory due to a fight, I think, with the Fantastic Four that we don't see from a previous issue. Dr. Doom brings this guy to his castle, and now he puts him into the machine, and he absorbs a little bit of that cosmic energy, and what that does is it gives him his memory back. And so he really wants to get revenge on the Fantastic Four, so Dr. Doom has essentially created a weapon to go after the Fantastic Four for him. And then now that he's got his memory back, he sends him off to deal with the Fantastic Four. And then in the great little twist at the end, Dr. Doom says that although it looks as if he could handle the power, that really the same thing that happened to that scientist getting turned to dust is going to happen to Terrax in about 5 hours, he says. The energy is going to destroy him in about 5 hours. But that should be just enough time for him to go and defeat the Fantastic Four for Dr. Doom, and allowing Dr. Doom to then get rid of, the guy he sent, the assassin he sent. And then Dr. Doom is going to pick up the pieces from there. And that's essentially the comic in a nutshell. It's a really fun read. It's got great John Byrne art, a couple of really great set pieces. It's a beautiful book, I gotta say. Story and art by John Byrne, as he tended to do back in these days. He had a really great run on Fantastic Four. I really love all his stories from this era. I guess that's it. I really like it. Here, I think Dr. Doom says it best right here in this panel. Take a look at this. Hey folks, that's the end of this random long box review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment. If you didn't leave a comment, hit the like button, and of course, subscribe. Okay, thanks everybody. See you next time.